Notice how the industrial grill is sticking out a little bit. I hope when the stone walls go up that won't be the case. Let's tell Talon here, or Gavin, to stop. There you go. Come on, Gavin. Stop following that raptor. Hey everybody, welcome back. Good to see you. We got a couple things I want to try today. First of all, in one of the latest updates, they introduced a new raft. And I saw somebody playing with this online, and I thought it would be really cool to try to experiment in our river and see what we can do with it. And it's a new engram, and it's fairly low level. I don't remember exactly where it is. Looking for it. Here it is. 250 wood, 125 fiber, 75 hide. Wood, fiber, hide. I think we've got that. Yeah, we sure do. Wood, fiber, hide, or hide fiber, or fiber hide. We should be able to craft one of those easy enough. Let's get rid of... Can I make the jump? Oh, I can't jump while I'm crafting. It's so cool. I don't want to go around. I want to jump. There we go. Get rid of our spoiled meat. We've got a raft now. Let's go on over here and experiment by putting it in our river where we like to cross the river here. And I'm curious if we can use this as a ferry of sorts. And I don't mean it... Actually, I shouldn't say it's a ferry. I know we can use it as a ferry, I guess. But there it is. You get on it. You can drive it like a dyno. It even... it can't go in reverse, but... Okay. Turns... Okay, you can't ground it easily. That's good to know. Okay. It's very hard to control, guys. I'm curious if a dyno can walk on this, first of all. I think Trouble might, or Lucky, sorry, might be a little too big for this. Let's see about Dargo walking across. And by the way, if you've caught on to some of these names, you might know that I'm a fan of the show Farscape, because a lot of these are named after characters on the show Farscape. In fact, as soon as I get my female raptor, I think I'm going to name her Erin. To go with the Talon I've already got. Anyway, moving along. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm also thinking this is cool. I'm almost thinking you can use these. Okay, you should be able to ferry him across, right? Let's get off. Yeah, easy. Okay, but that's not what I want to use this for. Just turn around. Turn around. This thing does not turn well, folks. Not at all. Oh. I'm also thinking we can use these as kind of a pontoon bridge, if you know what that is. Basically, we can set it up as a temporary bridge over a given body of water by just setting up a number of these guys side by side. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Huh. Well, that's for another day. It was cool to play around with that. We'll leave that there. Bring Dargo back. What I want to do today, though, is set up a mechanism for us to easily tame some of the more dangerous carnivores. Up this hill, and I'll show you what I mean in a second here. And I'll grab Gavin for a bird's eye view of this thing, literally. Up this hill right here, next to the waterfall. You've seen me come up here in some videos where I was hunting for prime meat and so forth. There tends to be a lot of nasty carnivores, and scorpions and carnos and raptors and T-Rexes, and further up the next waterfall there's spinos. Just want to see if I can see any of them roaming around freely right now. Yeah, over there. See a bunch over there. Yeah, we got a couple of Carnos. Anyway, there's usually raptors up here too. So what I was thinking of doing was, you know how we built that little pen next to our house to capture the dodos and the dillos and easily tame them? I'm thinking right in this area right here of setting up a large-scale version of that with ramps, and we can lead the big dinos into it, and they fall inside, and we can easily tame them and then lead them out the backside and take them home. That's what I'm thinking. I drew out a little design on paper, and I built the necessary parts, and I threw them onto Lucky. So let's take Lucky over there and see if we can build this thing and see what we can do with it. Now I might have to take out some critters while I'm building so that they don't kill me, but we'll see what happens when we get over there. I'm also kind of curious if Lucky will stand on that raft without sinking it. I have a feeling he will, because I don't think they have that kind of physics in the game right now, but let's see. Boom, boom. Yeah, he will. No problem. So we're going to take Lucky up the hill. His stamina is running out. T-Rexes do not have much stamina. And lay our foundations. And what I've done is it's going to be a basically a 6x6. So 6 walls wide, 6 walls long. And 2 to 3 walls tall in various places. 2 walls for the ramp side and then 3 walls for everything else. And most of the walls are going to be basically door frames because I've determined, through studying myself, empirical studies and research, that dillos and dodos can get out of a door frame, but pretty much nothing else can. So I definitely know raptors cannot get through a door frame. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on, Lucky. Raptors cannot, and anything above raptor size definitely cannot. Scorpions, all that stuff. Okay, so I don't see any bad guys here. Let's just get a more of a bird's eye view ourselves by scrolling back in our cinematic camera and taking a look and see what we can see. Don't see anything. That's good. I don't want to be surprised while I'm building this thing, but we'll leave Lucky here on guard duty anyway. Okay, Lucky is on neutral and is not currently following me, right? That's correct. All right. So let's grab some fence foundations. That's going to be the first thing I want to put down. Grab a little bit of food while we're at it. And here's where I want to basically build this thing, right here. So this is going to be one side of it. We'll have an exit right here. In fact, the back side of it is going to be a behemoth gate. So why don't we actually get that behemoth gate out first? Use that as the basis for everything else. All right, let's come back here. The back side, nice blue drop forming here. Back here shall be a behemoth gate. A real cool trick to placing these gates is to basically point at the ground, bring up your cinematic camera, and you can see how large this gate is as I scroll back, and you can kind of go back and forth and figure out where to place your camera. I actually want to go a little wider than this. Actually, I think the gate is going to be as wide as it goes, so maybe I don't. Let's kind of do this. Yeah, let's kind of do this. Go over just a little bit. Does that look kind of straight? I'll go turn a little bit to the side. There we go. Too late now. Replace it. All right, that's going to be the start of our wall, and that is about, I think, about 6 foundations or 6 walls wide, roughly. So we'll come out with some foundations. My head is on a swivel, folks, because there's usually a lot of bad guys up here. I really don't care how pretty this looks. Normally I would care and I would place the bases a certain way. And I'll try to do that here, but there's no promises, right? That hole is right underneath me. Not really, is it? That's pretty straight. Don't let the closeness to the wall fool you, because it's not really as far away as that looks, as you see here. In fact, let me place one of the walls to make sure that's going to place right. No, I just want one wall face. Might as well bring the door over too. Bring a wall over here. Yeah, there we go. I didn't really want a wall there. I'm an idiot. That's fine. I brought just enough pieces for this, so I don't want to actually demolish that wall and go anywhere else. I'll just use the door frames from now on. The walls are for the back side. So that'll work. I think that's going to work pretty well. Let's start placing the other foundations. They tend to snap to each other, which is nice, assuming you can find where they snap to. Go multiple heights here. Now let's see if this one's going to set backwards. Yeah, you can hit your use key like that. I just tapped it and it flipped it around. I'll demo again. If you hit it, see how the green outline is changing? I want the wood on this side, so I'll just do it that way every time. That's a very good, I love that change by the ARK devs. Very useful for building. One more. Now I'm curious if the top ones, yeah, it looks like they're going to auto-align with whatever the bottom one is, which is nice. That's very nice. And now on the other side, we should be able to sneak right through these, no problem. Yep, excellent. The other side, we need to build ramps. I'm just double checking there's no predators around. With all my luck, right? I come up here all the time and see tons of predators, and with all my luck now, they're nowhere to be found. Let's put that over to 6, actually. Let's put that back on him. And let's see if these ramps will place. I'm not actually sure they will. I might have to get some ceilings to come out from there to make them place. Yeah. I might have to pop some stone ceilings out along here in order to get them to place, the ramps to place. Okay. I can do that. I can definitely do that. And in fact, that'll be a good use for the other 2 doors that I have, door frames that I have, is after I put the ceilings up, I can put a door frame on either side, just kind of kind of a guide to make sure they don't come off the edge as they're going up the ramp. Maybe, so, all right. Well, I'm going to take Lucky back. I'm going to build 6 ceilings quickly, and come back and we'll finish this thing out, okay? All right, and I'm back. And what I had to do is put down some pillars to allow me to put some ceilings on top of those pillars that connected to the walls, and then I was able to put some wooden ramps down. The ramps don't all touch the ground, but I can't place any more, so I hope they can actually make this little bump. Bigger ones I think can. I don't know about the little ones. I guess we'll see what happens. But next thing to do is I really want to kind of lure a female raptor in. That was my goal. So I'm going to fly Gavin back over here. I'm going to get prepared for taming, head on out, find a female raptor, and try to lead him over. And I'll be right back. Alright folks, you just saw I dropped off a raptor. I let a raptor in there. It's a lower level female. I did want a high level female pair mate, but I'm really after raptor eggs right now. That's the key. So I'm not too overly concerned that it's a lower level. But she is trapped in there, and you can see she cannot quite make it out of these doorways. See, she'll see me over here. She's trying to attack the doorway. Not going to do her much good. I'm going to go ahead and switch to... I think the only thing I have is trank arrows, yeah. Switch to my crossbow. Give her a nice shot up the rear end here and see what happens. She's attacking the stone doorway. We'll check that damage later, but I'm pretty darn sure the developers have said that dinos cannot... There she goes. Dinos cannot destroy or damage stone, so... What's it showing? 10,000 of 10,000. Yeah, she wasn't doing anything to us. Alright, I picked up some meat on Gavin as I was running around, so let's grab that meat real quick. That's enough to get started at least. So the trap worked really well. It was a little tricky to get her to come up the ramp. If I just left her be, you know, I just kind of flew ahead of her as she was nipping at me, went up the ramp, she kind of stopped at the bottom of the ramp and turned around. I kind of really had to coax her up the ramp. I had to get her to want to go up the ramp and nip me in the butt, and then fall in, which is what happened, finally. So she's a level 9, 96 effectiveness. Like I said, not a high level. I'm not too worried about the effectiveness or the levels because I really want this for raptor eggs. So I'm willing to let this go at 98% and probably fall even more than that, frankly, without much concern. She's taming pretty quickly. This amount of meat will probably do it. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll be right back. And we have tamed a raptor. I think she tamed out at level 12, which is fine. Like I said, it's going to be an egg raptor. And in fact, can't even think of an appropriate name. This is not Aaron. Aaron's going to be a higher level female. I'm going to use Kibble to tame for sure. Yeah, we'll name her later. How's that? We'll just leave her as a raptor. I did bring the saddle from Talon, just so I could ride her down and have Gavin follow. Let's do that real quick here. Come on, Gavin. I love Gavin locked in there. That's awesome. Come on, Gavin. Alright. Come back this way, make it easier on you. Alright, Gavin, come on. Let's get home. Alright, and now she is mate bonded with Talon. Great. I hope she starts giving me nice raptor eggs that I can use for kibble. Take that out. Just leave that raw meat in her for now. Take the saddle off. Put that back on Talon. And I think we're good to go there. So that tame went really well. The trap seemed to work fairly well. Notice how the industrial grill is sticking out a little bit. I hope when the stone walls go up that won't be the case. Let's tell Talon here, or Gavin, to stop. There you go. Come on, Gavin. Stop following that raptor. There we go. Alright. So the next test is going to be obviously doing something much larger. So in the near future, we're going to probably try to tame a couple of Carnos. I saw a male and a female pair up there. Maybe we'll go back tomorrow and see if they're there. Obviously, we're going to try to get a bigger Rex, or a high-level Rex, to mate with Lucky. And then maybe we'll try to drag some scorpions and some Spinos in as well, and see what happens when they come into the taming trap. So I think that was a success. That's pretty cool. I might reuse that structure in other places where I have critters that I want to tame, and in different locations where it's not convenient to get them there. But that's a pretty convenient plateau for that sort of thing right now. So all in all, I think that was a pretty good success. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you very much for continuing to watch the series, and I hope you really enjoy it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.